Okay, I think I am pretty much set. Oh, need a can opener. Not gonna get far without that. Need for this dip is going to be, oops, buttermilk, mayonnaise, sour cream. You can use regular sour cream. You don't need the light. I just got the light because that's the only one they have at my store now. Whatever, different topic altogether. Jalapenos, obviously. We have some cilantro back here. And garlic and green chilies. I like to use the mild ones because if you get an angry jalapeno, then it's still going to be pretty unbearable. So just stick with the mild. It's safer. And the original ranch seasoning packet. Do not just put liquid ranch in here, guys. I know it might seem easier, but it's going to mess with your consistency, and it's just going to be clumpy and gross. So, oh, also make sure you get the one that's meant for the salad dressing, not the dip one, because the dip one is also a different consistency. Once you add liquid to it, it thickens up a lot, and it's going to be really hard to use as an actual dip. So, once you put this stuff, once we get the dip done and get it in the fridge, it's going to really thicken up, but I like to eat it right out of the blender. So, and that's what's great about this recipe, because it's not spicy. If you want to keep it super mild with no jalapeno flavor, just use the green chilies. It'll give you the flavor without the spice. And if you want like super mild spice, like a tiny bit, you only need half to 1 jalapeno. It depends on how angry your jalapenos are. Okay, where was I? Buttermilk, step 1. So since I'm making a double batch, instead of 1 cup, we'll be using 2 cups. So we need 2 cups of buttermilk, which buttermilk may or may not be easy to find or difficult to find depending on where you live. Pour that straight into the blender. We need 2 cans of the green chilies, the little 4-ounce cans. You don't need a lot, but I am doing a double batch, so chuck both of those in there. Alright, we need, like I said, half a cup of mayo and half a cup of sour cream. So I do not actually put it in here to measure. Not anymore. I used to once upon a time. But now I just eyeball it to make sure it's about the same size. It's usually going to be probably 3 heaping tablespoonfuls of mayo is about what I use for a double batch. Wrong lid. This lid. Leave this right here in case I need it again, because if it ends up too thin near the end, you're going to want to add more mayo, and if it's too thick near the end, you want to add more sour cream. So now we do sour cream, about the same amount, about 3 heaping tablespoonfuls. Come on, off we go. I'll do a little more because I do like it a little on the thinner side. Just a smidge. Leave that there. Usually, if you also like it super mild, Mecca, you would also be seething your jalapenos. So you would, just cut it like you normally would a jalapeno. And you would take all of this out. But because I like spice, I'm just going to slice it up nice and flat like that. Then we're going to need some garlic, because garlic goes with everything, always. You want to stick with about a tablespoon, but if you like more garlic, feel free to add more. Add as much as you want. You want to add the whole thing? Go for it. So I could do 1.5 tablespoons usually, because I probably should do 2 because this is a double batch. And I probably should put more jalapenos instead of just the 1. Alright, so for this one, I will seed it, mostly for demonstration purposes. Alright, so to seed jalapeno, paring knife is usually the easiest way to go, because the skin is pretty thick. And you just want to cut out all of the membrane. Ta-da! Look at that. So you want as little of this white stuff as possible, but you also don't want to gouge into it too much, because that will kind of aggravate it at this point, and you want that spice to blend. You don't want it to just kind of ooze out all over the place. Another thing, you're cutting jalapenos. Don't touch your eyes or your nose or your mouth. Just don't touch your face. It hurts. Don't do it. You don't usually have to chop this if you're just putting it in a blender. I chop it because I feel like it makes it go by faster, and it's just like it get caught up on the blades. And the seasoning salad dressing packet for the ranch. So make sure if you make this, use the salad dressing pack, not the dip pack. The dip pack makes it way too thick and clumpy, and you don't want it to be clumpy. You want it to be a nice, smooth consistency. That way it can just spread over whatever you put it on. So try and get it all down to the bottom. That way it doesn't go poof in your face as soon as you open it. And we're adding 2 of these because this is a double batch. Okay, so the last thing we need to add is going to be cilantro, but before we do that, I like to blend it a little bit to start cutting up those jalapenos. That way they really get that flavor of the cilantro. If you like cilantro, which we love cilantro. It's delicious. Now we're going to need more than that. Come on. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, so right away I can tell I do not have enough jalapeno in here. These are super mild. Okay. So now we're going to stick a whole one in there again because we need a little more spice. And the cilantro has already got that perfect flavor to it, so we really just need more spice. Ah. That's not bad. Consistency wise, it's going to be kind of watery in the beginning. Okay, you can see from the side. Once you put it in the fridge, it'll thicken up, so you don't want to add too much mayo at this point because then it's just going to taste like cilantro mayo. If you like cilantro mayo, great. If not, it's not going to be great. So I've already got the spice that I want, but I don't have enough of that jalapeno flavor. So this one will be seeded just like the other one. If you missed how to seed a jalapeno, just use a paring knife and run it along the end of that white membrane right there. That'll test. Perfect. Alright, this has got the perfect blend of the jalapeno flavor, the spice, and it's the right consistency with the right balance between the sour cream and the mayo. So this is pretty much done. You want your ranch to be a subtle flavor. You don't want the ranch to overpower the rest of the dip. Because if you can only taste ranch, then what's the point of adding cilantro and jalapenos? You want to be able to taste that. So this is absolutely perfect. Oh my goodness. Like I said, just taste as you go and you will be absolutely fine. Alright, and that is the jalapeno ranch dip.